Good boy. Let's go. So we're making our way to the round pen, and wanted to show, because some of the times when I'm videoing, he's just always calm and it's been dark some of the times when I've taken him out of the pasture and he's called like this. I think I'd referenced one of the nights he'd kind of like done this in-hand jog the whole way back. So here he's on a loose lead line. He's being very respectful. And the point of trying to show some of this is, I feel like this is what the groundwork, if you spend all that time doing groundwork, this is what it gets you. So, you know, he's 5 years old. He's been off the track for about half a year, and we're still getting used to each other. But because of all the groundwork, even though he's upset from leaving his friends, he's walking on a loose lead rope, and he's calling, and he's a little upset, but he certainly is not, you know, foaming at the mouth or anything. So what I also want to show with the groundwork is stuff in the round pen. When I first worked him in the round pen, this is going to be our 4th session in the round pen. When I first worked him in the round pen, I never took him off the lead line because he was going to run. He was going to run around, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to stop him and have him be slamming into the panels or whatever. And that's not the mindset I want in the round pen. You want nice and calm. So I didn't give him the opportunity to kind of run and be crazy. Sorry that this video is so bad, but so I didn't give him the opportunity to run and be crazy. And the second time in the round pen, I actually rode him because he went from wanting to trot to the very second time he was very respectful and just walked the whole time. I have the lead rope around my neck. All right, bud. Actually, I'll keep this camera around my head. So now, and he's already better. We're spending about 80% of the time going to the right instead of the left because he's so much more apt to wanting to go left. Walk, walk. Might have to shut this off while I do some of this. Good boy. Good boy. So I'm having to hold up the camera instead of my drive arm with him, so we'll see how this goes. But here already, this is a better picture than his very first time in the round pen, when he wasn't really even calling for the horses because they were nice and close to the fence, but he just walked a full circle. And that did not happen 3 sessions ago when it was his first time in here. I'm going to see if I can reverse him. Good boy. Let's go the other way. Show them to the right. Good boy. Walk, walk. And I tell him, walk, walk. Walk, walk. Walk, walk. This is impossible holding a camera. I was supposed to have something to set the camera down, but we had to walk a country mile to get up here. So I don't have my car up here because of where he was in the pasture when I had to catch him. It's great to have wide open spaces, but when you got to go get the horse, it takes a while. All right, let's walk us around. He's walking. Good boy. Walk, walk. He's walking sideways. There we go. So this was the other thing going right. He wanted to kind of cut in and get quick. So we'll see if he can. He walked that circle to the left really nice, and we'll see if he can do the same thing to the right. Nope. And that's fine. Again, because we're just beginning the work here as far as making him walk and trot. I haven't hit the canter yet. And it really, walk, walk. He's going to take a lot of work of working to the right to kind of balance out his body. I've done a lot of stuff on the ground as far as leading him on the right, doing a lot of brushing, asking him for the disengaging the hindquarters and stepping over with his forequarters and doing all that sort of stuff. Good boy, walk, walk. So he's done that on the ground, but he hasn't been in motion. So now he's kind of got to get used to, that was much better. Let's go. He still cut in and got a little quick, but he didn't trot that time. Good boy. But you see his head, so he's calling, but his head is down and his walk is really pretty calm. You know, he's not like out on the end of this lead rope like he's at the end of a kite. Now, if I were to take the lead line off, I think he would start flying around this round pen. So the point of this video is to kind of show, once you've gotten some relaxation, walk, walk, with the ground manners, Good boy. Oh, walk, walk. Then you want to transfer it to everything. So even if it's lunging in an arena, rather than just free lunge and let the horse go crazy, I would keep them either on a long lead line at first. You want them to come into the place that you're going to work them and ride them in relaxation, right? So rather than think, oh, my head's going to go up and I'm going to go into adrenaline mode because I'm going to gallop around, I understand the concept of a horse needing to burn off energy. Well, thoroughbreds tend to get worked up, not worked down. And yeah, there's something, especially if they're in a stall, you know, Jive's out in a pasture all day long, but if he were in a stall, it is one thing to go ahead and let him off to kind of run or buck and do his little thing. However, I would bring the horse out initially and do something like this to where the horse is relaxed and walking nicely. Then you can let them off and prompt them to go into just kind of free-for-all mode and get some of their energy out. And then I'd put them back on the line and do more of the slow walking or a nice slow trotting. Because again, you want the mentality, you want the state of mind to be calm and relaxed in an arena or a round pen or wherever it is that you're going to be doing your work and your riding. You don't want them to come out and think that, okay, it's time to be crazy. So that was very nice walking circles. Nice job. That'd be my recommendation. You know, if you do have a horse that needs to let some energy off, is to get some relaxation first, then clip them, prompt him to run around, then clip them back up and, you know, get him relaxed again. And we can do, like if he weren't settling down, which he is right now, I'd stop him and I'd make him stand, just like we did for the brushing. We'd go back to the very first session I ever had with him, right? And the name of that game was Let's Stand Still and Find Your Feet. So if this walking thing wasn't working and he was hollering and trotting and wanting to kick out or rear up or fly around, I would bring him in and stop him and good boy, Jive. Right now I want him to walk because that's our current program. But I'd bring him in, make him stand still just like he is right now. Remind him of what it is to stand still while you pet him or brush him or whatever. And then then I could disengage the hindquarters and do the thing with the moving his forehand and do it on both sides and, you know, do all that to bring him into relaxation. I don't need to do that with him right now because he's walking really nicely. Let's go to the left. Walk, walk. Walk, walk. Good boy. Walk, walk. Psst. Good boy. Walk, walk. Good boy. And there's a nice relaxed change of directions. As I'm asking a horse to move away, I don't want them to throw their head up and think that they have to get speedy. It just means, you know, move away. Very nice, Jive. So I'm going to stop this for now. And that's what I'm doing with him now is just trying to walk, again, maybe 78-80% of the time to the right, a little bit still to the left. And I'm just trying to do walk and then maybe some long, low trotting to get his muscles back in shape and get him used to going to the left and to the right evenly. That's our goal. Wait. Stopping at the gate. All right, I'm putting the camera down now.